Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back. So, I'm going to be showing you a week's worth of what I packed my husband for lunch. Now, I pack very practical and realistic lunches. My husband most days takes leftovers because he does have access to a refrigerator and microwave at his work. He works 12-hour shifts and he likes to keep snacks. So, it's going to be a very snacky lunch and definitely a lot of repetitive things. So, on this day, I packed him some tamale pie, which was a leftover that I made for dinner. I do have the recipe already posted in my videos. I also packed him some broccoli and just some Roma cherry tomatoes from my garden. I'm going to go ahead and get that packed away in his lunchbox. And then he is a very cheese and crackers person. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of Ritz crackers into a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to be adding some Laughing Cow cheese to a reusable bag. Now, this video is not going to be very edited. It is going to be more realistic. So if you hear me kind of like going through in my head and, just sharing and talking normal, that's what's going to be. It's going to be a very realistic look and hopefully just to give some inspiration and creativity to those out there to, kind of come up with ideas of what to feed your husband or your family for that matter. So next I'm going to go ahead and get that in his lunchbox. And as I said before, a lot of these snacks you're going to see are going to be very, very repetitive. Okay, so there's a lot of things that he takes on a daily basis and he takes them every single day because he loves them and he's not complaining. And so we have some blueberry Belvita crackers, which is one of his top favorites, as well as trail mix. He has to have trail mix kept in his pocket at all times. And so then I have some peach Chobani Greek yogurt for his gut health, and that's delicious and it fills him up in the morning time. So I always keep those. And then his favorite dessert is cheesecake. So I picked up one of these variety packs, and I'm just going to take one of those strawberry swirled cheesecakes, pop that directly into one of my glass containers. These containers are amazing. Found them on Amazon. We got them on our wedding registry, and they have been a game changer. They are a lock lid, and they're very durable and beautiful pieces to have. I can definitely link them below if you'd like. So I'm going to add that in along with a Pepsi, and we're good to go for this day. He always takes water. He has a company water bottle, so water is always, at his disposal, which is a good thing. I'm going to pack him some silverware, and there you have it. Now, this day, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I lost the rest of this footage. I don't know if it got deleted out my phone or what, but this lunch was absolutely too beautiful and delicious not to share. So this was a leftover lunch again. I packed him up some jambalaya that I made with shrimp and sausage, some steamed broccoli, and then this beautiful Cajun smothered chicken. Oh my God, so delicious. I've already posted the video of the recipe for you. You can go ahead and check that out. Highly recommend. As I said, I don't have the remainder of this video for the snacks, but you'll see in the end, the snacks are pretty repetitive. So I'm moving on to day 3. And day 3, again, we have leftovers. I am packing some garlic and chive mashed potatoes, a little steamed broccoli, and some chicken scampi. Now, you probably looking like broccoli again. Yes, broccoli again. My family loves broccoli, and I have 3 children. If I can get my children to eat a vegetable, I'm going to keep serving it because it is so hard to get these kids to eat anything green unless you sneak it into other things, but they do love broccoli. So broccoli is on the menu a lot of the time. Broccoli, asparagus, green beans, okra, cabbage. You're going to see a lot of those being cooked. My chicken scampi recipe is already posted as well. And definitely take that scampi juice and drizzle it over the potatoes before you pack it because it makes beautiful and flavorful a sauce for your leftovers. I'm going to go ahead and get that packed away. I'm just adding some of these honey mustard and onion pretzels. If you have not tried those, highly recommend. Delicious. I'm also adding a pecan pie, just a miniature one for his dessert. I found that at the local Food Lion, but you can also get them at Walmart. I'm putting in here one of those mixed berry chobanis and some blueberry Belvitas, again, in his trail mix because he keeps it in his pocket and he'd probably go crazy without it. I'm adding a banana because it's perfect for snacking. And then I'm just going to add his silverware. This time I added just a knife and a fork and his napkin. Roll that up, and then I'm adding his favorite, which is cranberry juice. This man is a cranberry juice-aholic ever since I've met him. And so I picked up a pack of those, and there you have it. The day is done. I'm going to zip that up. Next, boy, let me tell you about this lunch. So I made this lunch for my kids as well. It is absolutely delicious. It's the viral chop sandwich. It's basically adding all of your sandwich ingredients and chopping them up into like a fine, fine, fine chopped mixture and putting it on the sandwich. It is beautiful. It is delicious. But baby, this is some work. I will make it again, yes. But will I make it once a week? Absolutely not. This will probably get made every, once every 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. I just added some turkey pepperoni, some spinach, some tomatoes. You're going to see me placing here some onions, some American cheese, some Swiss cheese, and then I'm going to season it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And yes, garlic powder on the sandwich. It was phenomenal. Then I'm going to add some mayo and some mustard. And then you're going to see me do a lot of chopping. So while you're watching that chopping, we can just chat here because it's a lot. You're literally chopping everything, just making sure everything is well incorporated, making sure everything is brought to a very fine chop before adding it onto the bread. Now, I picked up a French baguette from Walmart, and I think it was the perfect bread to add this to because it literally kind of just held all the flavors together, and you were able, because it was such a firm bread, I was able to really pack down a lot of that chopped mixture without it falling over. Now, it was even messy to get that packed down, to be honest with you. So what I did is I wrapped it in parchment paper, and then I went back and wrapped it in plastic wrap. That way, everything kind of stayed together. And because it was done the night before, it sat in the refrigerator. That bread did not get any like moist or, mushy because it's such a thicker bread. And it also helped everything to kind of just sit there and combine together and hold together. And then with that plastic wrap and that parchment paper, my husband was able to just pull it down and take bites of it without it falling out all over the place. But please, when you make this, please please be prepared to have a cleanup. That's all I'm saying. Be prepared to take the time to chop it and be prepared to have a little bit of a cleanup, which I mean is quite normal when you're cooking, right? So can we really complain? It is delicious though, and I would make it again. And my husband loved it, and my kids also loved it. So that's what I made. Anywho, for this week, just while you're watching this video, just chatting a little bit, I decided that I'm going to let everybody in the household pick what the meal is for the week, for the lunches, of course. And so I've been seeing, I've been doing a lot of kind of like themed lunches. And while they are beautiful, to make like a mermaid lunch or, an anime themed lunch, it's not the most practical thing. And especially with people who have picky eaters. My daughter and my 11-year-old are very picky eaters, especially my daughter. She literally will not touch meat except chicken nuggets. That's the only meat that she will eat. Other than that, it's pastas, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like she'll eat chicken Alfredo without the chicken. She loves macaroni. She's very picky. So it's kind of hard to make her lunches. And I know there's other parents out there that are struggling with this. And of course we do supplement. We make sure she takes her vitamins. We make sure that we give her a balance of other things. We make sure we try to incorporate, some nutritious beverages, smoothies, because she will drink those, as well as like, even if you have to do Pediasure, I mean, don't let anybody judge you. These kids nowadays, they have a mind of their own and they will not eat. They do not care about, skipping dessert. Oh, that's not a problem anymore, But yeah, so I think this week I'm going to focus on with the lunches, letting each child choose what they want so that people can get a realistic look of what kids eat for lunch and a realistic look of what my kids look for lunch. I want to be creative on this channel and really express myself. And I do love making food art because, of course, I used to run, a small bakery, and I still own a small business. And I love and enjoy seeing the smile on people's faces when they eat my food. But I'm going to be more realistic, so you can look forward to that this week. I put that sandwich in his lunch bag. And then to me, what pairs perfectly with sandwiches is chips. And so my husband is not a big chip eater, but he does love the Sun Chips, Harvest and Cheddar. So I just packed him a small pack of those because, sandwich and chips go together to me. Absolutely delicious combination. Next, I'm just going to be adding in here some fresh baked chocolate chip cookies. So we made my daughter a cookie themed lunch out of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we made fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, which they were not, homemade. It was the frozen section version, but still delicious. So I just packed him up 2 or 3 of those for his dessert. I'm going to add one of these soft baked Belvita bars and some trail mix, of course, because I never can forget the trail mix. And then I have a strawberry and banana Chobani yogurt. drink. He used to take yogurt every single day, but with the drive and just like his shift change, it became kind of extra inconvenient to take actual yogurt. So adding the Chobani drink yogurts for him was perfect. I'm just going to add another cranberry juice into this because, as I told you guys before, it's one of his favorite drinks. So I like to pack things that make him happy. And then I'm going to be adding a banana. It's just quick, it's effortless. You peel it and he can eat that on the road. I'm adding some extra mayo inside of a little container because just in case, we don't really like very dry sandwiches. So just in case he needs a little extra mayonnaise on his sandwich, we go ahead and pack that so that way he can just spread it on there and make sure that his sandwich is nice and moist. And I did pack him a note. Some days I'll pack notes with quotes on them. Some days I'll pack little, just love things, just to encourage him. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I do this every single day and you're going to see it in the video every single day, but I do it often. I've been doing that for years just because we are big into writing each other letters and getting each other cards, and it's just something to inspire and encourage him on a daily basis. So I went ahead and packed that away, and that will conclude the end of that day. Next, moving on, he's going to be taking leftovers again. So on this day, I actually made some yellow rice, and I actually made a quick crock pot video of creamy Italian chicken, literally 4 ingredients, super easy, convenient, and budget friendly. Boneless, skinless chicken breast, cream cheese, a pack of that good seasonings, Italian seasoning, and a can of cream of chicken soup. You probably heard this recipe 1,000,001 times and seen it. For a busy mom and a busy wife, please make that. Absolutely delicious, fast, easy, simple, and literally all of my kids enjoy it, except, of course, my 5-year-old who doesn't eat meat. But that was a super easy thing, quick fix, and it makes delicious leftovers. So I'm just packing that. I paired that up with some green beans. I do grow green beans in my garden, so I have some contender bush beans here. I just sauteed those with garlic, butter, and seasonings. And then I'm adding some of that creamy Italian chicken. I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And this is the Bent Go box for adults. Beautiful lunchbox. A little pricey, but well worth it. You can actually take out the container and microwave it. And it is so durable and classy to me and very, it can be masculine, it can be feminine, it can be, kid friendly. I love it. Highly recommend. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add one of these strawberry Chobani Greek yogurt drinks again, and another blueberry Belvita, some more trail mix. As I said, very repetitive when it comes to this stuff. And this day I added some toasty cheese crackers from Lance and another cranberry juice. So that was to conclude that. Oh, and I can't forget my son, actually, my 11-year-old son, he loves to cook, loves to bake. He takes after his mom, and he actually made some homemade peanut butter cookies. So he said since dad is the king of the house, he made him a king size peanut butter cookie. So what you see me adding here is a homemade 11-year-old's peanut butter cookie to dad's lunch, which I know he thoroughly enjoyed. He actually called me while he was eating it, telling me how delicious it was and how, to tell our son Elias thank you for the cookie while he was at school. So I know he definitely enjoyed that lunch and that dessert. I'm going to get that all zipped up, and then we're good to go for this day. And we're going to move on to the next day. So next here, I have another leftovers meal. This day I had actually made a video of making my sons, they're heavily into anime, so I made them a Dragon Ball Z themed lunch by making some homemade teppanyaki. So I just added that, and I gave my husband some teppanyaki to take for leftovers for his lunch. I make my teppanyaki usually with yakisoba noodles. However, since I moved from California, I cannot find them, so I use some of the soba chow mein noodles. I just added some onions, some mushrooms. I grabbed the Alexandria zucchini from my garden because that's the type of zucchini I grow. I added some fresh carrots. I also added some minced garlic. I went ahead and added some sliced beef, some teriyaki, and a little bit of soy sauce. And it came out, oh, everybody loved it. Everybody, even my 5-year-old. She didn't eat the meat, but of course she loves noodles. Anything pasta wise. So that was a beautiful lunch, and my husband thoroughly enjoyed the leftovers as well. Now I'm just going to be adding a little container of fruit. So I added one of these reusable silicone heart shaped cups, and I'm going to add some star sliced kiwi. This is a Sungo kiwi. And in order to make it star slice, you literally just make shallow slits. And then it'll come out with this star stripe. And you just go around and around, kind of in the shape of triangles without the bottom. And they come out like this. I'm also adding some seedless red grapes just to make it pretty. And then I am adding another silicone liner, and I'm going to add his dessert to this, which this day was some Nutter Butter cookies. My household loves these cookies. I don't eat them, but my household is peanut butter obsessed. And they're just so cute. I think they're like one of the cutest cookies out there. I love when stuff is just beautiful because we eat with our eyes first. I always say that. So when you have little things that kind of just are reminiscent and just like have that really cute look, it makes it more pleasurable to eat. So I just added 3 of those cookies directly to his lunchbox, because that's what was going to fit in there. And then I was done packing that, the main meal for his lunch, and he opened it and he was so excited to see just how nice it looked. And, he ate all of it. So he was pretty happy with this meal. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get that in his lunch bag and start adding his snacks to this as well. Man. And so a lot of the stuff, again, is just going to be very, very, very repetitive. So I'm adding another Chobani Greek yogurt drink. This is the mixed berry flavored. So I try to keep those along with the smoothie drinks. He pretty much enjoys those, kind of as like an on-the-go breakfast. He'll have breakfast, but then he'll have those just to kind of supplement some extra. Now, I went to Publix, and Publix is like Target to me. You can't walk in there. You go in there for one thing and come out with everything. So I just randomly stumbled upon these pumpkin cheesecake scones. Oh my God, baby. When I tell you, those things are delicious, and I'm so excited for fall and winter. I am a fall and winter baby, if you know me. I love everything fall and winter related. So I'm so excited that everything pumpkin spice and pumpkin flavored is coming out. So I packed some of those up and he loved them. Of course, I'm going to give him his normal trail mix to stick in his pocket. I have some more of these toasty cheese crackers from Lance. And I just want to continue to say, when you go to Publix, be careful, because you'll end up spending $100 when you only needed one thing. They have everything in there. And then I'm just going to add one of these ginger ales because we keep those in the house. And I thought it would pair really beautifully with the teppanyaki, just a little ginger flavor. And so, of course, as I said before, he always takes water. He has his water bottle with him at work nonstop. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add our quote or my little note for him this day with his silverware. And I just have a little red napkin. And that sums up this week's meals. I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.